Hi everybody. Now, with the disappointment of the Battlefield 5 combined arms cooperative mode, with the fact that it's pretty good for practicing your shot and getting achievements in Battlefield 5, but as a challenge it's not particularly difficult to run around and and jump away from the enemies and blow them up, and generally play quite cheesily, which is a shame because it looks great. So I thought what I'd do is I'd take us way back to Sniper Elite 3, the survival mode. And this is a two-person cooperative mode that you can see I'm playing with here. And this is the, I think it's called the Hellfire map. And it's actually based around the Hellfire Pass map in this as well, and they kind of have Hellfire in Battlefield 5 as well. And this is a horde mode, so it's not the main game. You have the main campaign, and then you have multiplayer, and then you have survival, which is the horde mode, where it's you versus waves and waves of incoming infantry and armoured cars and tanks. And it is a challenge. Now, we're only playing on the, I think it's the marksman difficulty level, which is 1 up from easy, so I guess this is medium. And it's still a real challenge. We only get to level 7, I think, and then we can go again, but the problem is it takes them back to round 3, which is quite a long way back. So I kind of stop the video there, and you get to play with obviously snipers is the big thing. This is Sniper Elite, which is great fun, and then you've got your Sten gun, you've got a silenced pistol, or you can have different pistols. You can pick up MP40s, you can pick up all the weapons that the enemies have. And you can pick up rocket launchers like Panzerschreck to take on the armoured vehicles. You have mines, you have grenades, you have S-mines, anti-personnel mines you can put down to defend where you are. And kind of the idea is really that you can defend your little house with mines and things, and then take on the enemy, and then you can relocate around the map if you so wish. Because a big part of Sniper Elite is the stealth aspect of hitting the enemy, but because you're outnumbered, you can't take them on in a direct fight and then they're moving on somewhere else. However, in this game, what we choose to do basically is stay in the same kind of central house and take on the waves of enemies as they come to us. And the AI of the German soldiers in Sniper Elite 3 is really good. It's even better in Sniper Elite 4. But you'll see the way that once they start taking fire, they come together as a squad. If you start shooting at them, they'll take cover behind in buildings or behind walls and start taking pot shots at you. The machine gunners will start firing at you to suppress you, and meanwhile some of them will stay back, some of them will come close to try and break into the house and take you on, with submachine guns. It's really good. It's a great challenge, very immersive. Takes a bit of getting used to the third person perspective if you just play games like Battlefield or Call of Duty, but once you've got used to that movement and the sniper mechanic, which is what you do is, as you're aiming at someone, if you want to, you can tap down on the shoulder button on the PlayStation 4 in this case, and you go into that kind of slow motion effect, where your guy kind of slowly breathes out, so you can aim very closely. And as you make the difficulty harder, though, these assists, if you like, you can turn them off. So you can turn off, I think spotting turns off, wind can affect your bullets, and generally it becomes tougher and tougher and tougher. But anyway, you can always pick up, I say always, most of the time, if you go into any of the sales on the Xbox or the PC or the PlayStation, Sniper Elite 3 in the sales, it goes down to something silly like £8 or something like that, or £5. It's very, very silly. You can pick it up. There's a survival mode in Sniper Elite 4 as well, and that basically improves on the graphics a little bit. The game mechanics are a little bit better as well, the fact that you can heal yourself when you're running along, and it's 4-player co-op survival in that as well if you want. I mean, you can do it by yourself, and there's also matchmaking in Sniper Elite 4, so you can play it with strangers. In Sniper Elite 3 you have to invite a buddy, someone who's got Sniper Elite 3, you can invite them in to play. But it is a lot of fun, and it's a great way of extending the life of a game. because you've got, I think in this it's either 12 rounds or 15 rounds you have to survive and you can get score, and then once you've done that, I mean it takes a long time, once you've done that you can then whack up the difficulty level, and it enables you to enjoy the mechanics of Sniper Elite without having to go through the campaign again. I mean, you can play in Sniper Elite 4 and you can play the campaign in co-op mode as well, which is really cool. But anyway, what I'll do, I'll just leave you with the gameplay. Feel free to fast forward through it and see what you think. I personally think that these desert levels in Sniper Elite 3, I think they are as good as, if not better than, some of the levels in Sniper Elite 4, especially the town levels in Sniper Elite 4. I think these look better. I love the atmosphere of this North African campaign. I mean, you can't beat the Sniper Elite 4 level in the forest where you've got to go and blow up the big railway gun. You know, that level looks absolutely amazing. But I prefer the look of Sniper Elite 3's desert maps to the look of Sniper Elite 4's Italian town maps. But anyway, they're both great games. They've both great mechanics. Great developer, Rebellion, and they deserve your support. But more importantly, the game is really good fun. And I can't really say any more than that, can I? Right, I'll leave you with the gameplay. Put your questions and comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for Claire Fairburn for playing with me with this one to help me out. She's a big Sniper Elite fan and a Sniper Elite expert. She keeps picking me up loads of times in this particular match. And yeah, I'll see you again soon.
Bleibt in Deckung. Weitersuchen.
Weiter! Feindlicher Schütze! Ich habe ihn! Ich habe ihn im Visier! Erst auf meinen Befehl.
Er ist in Deckung gegangen.
Wachsam bleiben.